A.J. Brown trade rumors have reached a fever pitch, and the one thing that's fueling it all? Fear. Dallas still stinks. You like the way I kick Dingbat here. So the trade rumors for A.J. Brown have reached a fever pitch, and I can't take it anymore. It's like scratching a chalkboard, okay? Look, A.J. Brown and these trade rumors are only out there for one reason. The only reason people and fan bases are talking about A.J. Brown getting traded is because they fear the Eagles. Can you not see that? They fear this team, and they know that, yes, the Eagles are struggling. Yes, the Eagles are going through their crap right now. But if they figure it out, and when they figure it out, the rest of the league is in trouble. And people want him to be gone before that happens. And Eagle fans, there are some Eagle fans who are buying into this fear, buying into this hype. But look, the Eagles, we don't quit on a season. We don't quit on a season, especially when you're 4-2, okay? Now, I was sitting there. I was trying to enjoy my Saturday, rest up for all the streaming tomorrow football. I was getting ready to actually take a kitten to get rehomed. But I had to tell the people, you have to wait, because I have to go talk about A.J. Brown and this situation, because it's driving me nuts. So I'm going to keep this short and sweet. It ain't going to have all the fancy highlights, and we're not going to be doing twirly whirlies with our unicorns. We're not going to do that. We're going to get raw in this video about the trade of A.J. Brown, the possibilities, and why the rest of the league, and the truth behind why they want A.J. Brown traded. Look, Diana Rossini said this, and this is what's really fueling the fire, right? The Eagles will continue to insist they have no plans to trade star wide receiver A.J. Brown, but one AFC GM, AFC, the ones that don't pick up the phone when Howie calls. He doubts that the Eagles don't want to trade him. He said, quote, "It would have to be for the right player or pick, but a trade wouldn't surprise me. Howie likes deals, especially if a player's value overrides how Brown is being used." Howie Roseman likes value, and he likes to build his team, not tear it away. We don't trade our talent to you. You trade your talent to us. That's what I'm saying, okay? Now, there's a lot, I think, going on with this whole A.J. Brown and trade rumors. And I really think a lot of it has nothing to do with the Eagles. This has to do with the fear of every other fan base. And then, of course, you get the Cowboy fans that think, well, we traded Micah, and this would be the same thing. And if they traded A.J. Brown, then we're even. It's the same thing. It's not the same thing. Micah Parsons wanted a contract extension. He wanted to get paid. A.J. Brown has been paid twice, okay? Not to mention all the cap implications of trading him, especially in season, is just absolutely ridiculous to think the Eagles would eat that money, okay? But here's the biggest thing, all right? I've been watching the Eagles for a long, long time. The Eagles do not quit on a season after they're 4-2. I don't care that they lost 2 in a row, but you're 4-2. What team quits on their season at 4-2? That's exactly what the Eagles would be doing. If you were to trade A.J. Brown tomorrow, you're essentially giving up on the season. And if you don't think that's the case, I don't know what to tell you, because it is. If you're struggling offensively, like the Eagles are, okay, then why would you make it easier for defenses to target the guys that they want on defense? Why? Why would you get better with less talent? It doesn't make a bit of sense. Remember, they've gone to 2 Super Bowls with A.J. Brown as a receiver. They won a Super Bowl last year with A.J. Brown as a receiver. So this kind of talk, this stuff is nonsense, okay? The Eagles are not trading A.J. Brown this year because they're not giving up on the season at 4-2. Oh, maybe they don't figure it out. Maybe they struggle and the season's a disaster. so be it. Then you want to get into the off season and you want to say, well, maybe they'll trade A.J. Brown then. Maybe. If they're going to do it, it's going to be in the off season. Okay? And from my point of view, if you were to trade A.J. Brown at the end of the year, just for argument's sake, let's say in the off season, I would want a 2027 first round pick. You'd have to give me a 2027 first round pick. Not 2026, but 2027. Because I'm going to load up and I'm going to get that kid Jeremiah Smith when he comes out. I have to get a receiver. Isn't it funny to you that the people who complain about Jalen Hurts and sit there and say, well, Jalen Hurts can't throw and Jalen Hurts can only win if he has talent around him. He can only win with talent around him. Those are the same people, a lot of them, who are saying the Eagles should trade A.J. Brown. They should trade A.J. Brown. Well, if you're telling me that the only way the Eagles and Hurts can win is by having Hurts have talent all around him, then why are you going to get rid of one of the best receivers in football? All right? It's crazy. The Eagles don't quit at 4-2. I'm used to the Eagles for most of my life being 2-2 when after 4 games, or 3-2, or 2-3, sometimes even 1-3, and they've never given up on a season, and they usually have turned it around. Now at 4-2, they're supposed to just give up on the season. We don't need this season. Let's give up because we lost to the Giants. Shit happens, man. It happens. The Eagles are struggling. They got to figure this out. But if they do, the rest of the league is in trouble. The Eagles are so dominant. Don't you understand? They're so dominant over the last many years that 4-2 to the rest of the league feels like the Eagles are 0-4. That's how dominant they are, that if they have 2 losses, everybody loses their shit. Okay? I'm not saying what's going on is good. I'm not saying the Eagles don't have problems. I'm not saying they might not even be able to fix it. I'm not saying all of it, but you don't give up your season 4-2. You don't. You got to turn this thing around. And if A.J. Brown wants out, which, that was another rumor a few days ago, people were saying, well, he requested a trade. He never requested a trade. All right? He never requested a trade. The truth of the matter is, if you're going to do anything like that, it has to be in the offseason, not now. So the Eagles and A.J. Brown, they're not going anywhere. They're going to be there. And I know that disappoints a lot of fans across the league because I truly believe they know. You can watch football. You know the Eagles haven't played their best football. We know they haven't lived up to their standard. And you know it's a matter of time before the sleeping giant wakes. And when he starts waking, he's going to start dominating all your asses, and you're going to have problems. I'm sure Green Bay Packer fans are putting out posts, please trade A.J. Brown, please trade A.J. Brown, please, because they know in a few weeks they'll be double moonwalked. And the Lions are saying the same thing, please trade A.J. Lion fans. And the Cowboy fans are like, well, if you trade A.J., then you can't talk about us being stupid and trade Micah. Don't work that way. A.J. Brown and these trade rumors are manufactured crap. This is to put the pressure on the Eagles, to make things worse, to fire up their fan base and cause all this drama that doesn't have to be there. The truth of the matter is, A.J. Brown is a professional. A.J. Brown went to work with Jalen Hurts last year and won a Super Bowl. So if you think they have problems and you think that the team, he doesn't want to be there and all this stuff, even if all those things were true, he's still a professional enough to go out there and play and do his job. That's the truth. Now the big thing is, well, A.J. Brown isn't upset. He's not happy. He's indifferent, and that's the worst thing. So if he gives you emotion, then he's a diva and he's a bad guy. If he doesn't give you emotion and just tries to be even keel, he just doesn't care. Either way, it's all manufactured crap, okay? People are trying to pounce on the Eagles because the Eagles just lost to the Giants and they lost to Denver and they haven't looked good. But they're still 4-2 and haven't looked good. I don't look at it like, this season's shot. Oh my God, we're 4-2. Let's give up on the season. Oh my gosh. Cowboys think they're going to the Super Bowl. They got half the wins we do. It's crazy. The Eagles, they're not trading A.J. Brown. Sorry. It's not going to happen. All right? It's not. But in the meantime, tomorrow we do have games. Check this out. Now would be a great time to talk about our new sponsor, ProfitX. ProfitX is the ultimate sports prediction market. Join thrilling sweepstakes to make peer-to-peer plays with fellow fans. Set your own odds for bigger payouts. All legal in 40 states. Outsmart your friends. Elevate your game with ProfitX. All you got to do is use promo code Philly500 at the sign up to get up to $200 in ProfitX cash. That's $200 in ProfitX cash. All you have to do is use promo code Philly500. Must be of legal age. Void where prohibited. Start now at ProfitX. All right, so Sunday we're going to have some fun because ProfitX is always showing you different ways that you can win, and we're going to take a big shot. What I'm going to do tomorrow is this. I'm taking the Broncos in the money line, the Ravens to cover +7, Carolina in the upset to beat Dallas, and then I got Cincinnati getting 14.5 points, and then I'm taking the Detroit Lions to cover versus the Chiefs. And when this all hits, we are going to get some nice ProfitX cash. And if you want, you can go to ProfitX and you can get $200 in ProfitX cash. Just use promo code Philly500. Check it out. You won't regret it. And shout out to ProfitX for sponsoring today's video. And isn't it interesting? It's so interesting to me that this team is 4-2 and people act like we're 0-4. We're 0-5. I mean, it's insane. They're 4-2. They lost 2 games they shouldn't have lost. They haven't played good so far this year, but the talent is still there. You know it deep down inside. Whoever's right, you know what I'm talking about. This team, they figure it out. They're not going to get beat. They're going to go on a run. It's going to happen, okay? I hope that they'll figure out. I believe they will. They've got a lot of work to do. There's no question about it. But to panic and want to break up the team and sell off everything when you're 4-2 after you just won the Super Bowl, all right? Let this team work through their things. Let's get through this stuff. You'll be better for it later in the year. A.J. Brown is frustrated, I'm sure, with him not getting a lot of balls. I'm sure he's frustrated with the offense. I know Devontae Smith is. I know Jalen Hurts is. I know the coaching staff is. They all are. But that's not reason to basically tear your team down and throw it away. You're 4-2. You're still in this thing. You've got to get going. And the only reason that you're seeing so many people talk about trading A.J. Brown, send him here, send him to New England, send him to Tennessee, send him back to Tennessee, send him to this team. The only reason they're doing it is because they all know deep down inside that once the Eagles get this stuff figured out, nobody's stopping them. Nobody. That's just my thoughts. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. And remember, it's Howie Vision. We're all just living in it.
And it's not their fault.
Stonaro, the first magnet.
When you come in, Drizzy, whoever you were, okay, Drizzy, and says that I'm basically, look, Dak's fault, he's trash, and Mark is a Dak meat rider, you're not welcome in my house. You're not welcome in my house. And look, I got a glizzy. Okay.
We might all need to get glizzes. It might be, you know how like we take shots, everybody just grab a glizzy.
That's all, folks.
The brother screwed us.